Hello.
Hello. I've pushed her into doing this one.
Welcome to part 2 of our planning for our summer travels.
More planning? God, anybody would think we've got the year sorted now.
So we're going to be looking in more detail at the River and Canal Rescue app and how long it's going to take to get from place to place.
Really? Okay. Is that including the stoppages? I mean, breaks down. I mean, oh yeah. We'll keep it decent.
And the silver propeller challenges that we can fit in as well along the route we're going to take.
They're interesting.
And then we just need to wait for the confirmations of the rest of the festivals we've applied for.
Well, that could be a year and a day.
Let's hope not. So enjoy. Hope you find it helpful.
Come along for the cruise with us. Push the button, ring the bell, it's free to you and that boat in front. That one there.
See you at the end.
See ya.
So here we are, planning the second part. He's going to smile more today, aren't you?
Hi. Thank you for not commenting on how glum I looked last week. You could have told me, couldn't you, while it was coming out?
It was the concentration face, wasn't it?
It was the fact that I was trying to find and concentrate. Did you not see the pout? Enjoy.
We've got the map out on a bigger form on a table today, so we can show you, briefly recap what we covered last week. You can't see the table,
can you? Look, it's here.
We can briefly recap what we covered last week. And then we've done a bit of research during the course of the week.
You haven't done research, have we?
To look at where we could end up going for the various festivals. The really good news is, not only have we got Great Hayward confirmed, we've now got the Wash Festival confirmed.
Boom!
Which only happens once every 5 years.
Hi everybody at Langley Mill.
So we're really, really excited about that one. And that one is also a silver propeller challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why I was saying hello to them.
Yeah. So that's going to be fantastic. So that's the weekend after we get married at the end of May.
Painful.
So we'll do a quick recap. We'll show you where we are now on the map, where we're heading to for Great Hayward, Newark.
But I'm going to have to get my glasses on to
back to Langley Mill. And then we'll do more detail. We're going to do the River Soar and down towards Leicester and Market Harbour. Here is the Inland Waterways map. They're huge maps and they are good because they do show the whole of the waterways.
That's the cover to it. That's our old one.
But because they're so big, they're quite difficult to use and they tear very easily on the joins. So it's great for planning, but not practical for using on a day-to-day basis. It's a shame they don't make it laminated, isn't it?
Yes.
So we are currently in Chester. Well, we're just outside Chester near Ellesmere Port. So come on then, what is it you're going to show us?
A GPS? Grass pointy sticks? I haven't told Tash this one. No. It's right, because if I put my finger on the map, you can't see where you're going, can you? So like, GPS, grass pointy stick. Right, so if we come to our Waterways guide, because that's what we use, us personally, we are all the way, come on, keep up, with with the grass pointy stick, GPS, we're all the way up here, okay, just outside Ellesmere Port, that's up here, and then Chester is all the way here.
First stage of the trip
is to get from here all the way up to Chester, no locks. And if you notice that lock there, that's the one that takes you down to the actual River Dee, which you can't get onto. You can get down one lock here.
Which is another silver propeller challenge, but we're not going to do it.
Only because we tend to like to be slightly eco, and I know it's a waste of missing a an Inland Waterways silver propeller challenge, but I'm not wasting one huge lock worth of water just to get down to a lock.
Come straight back up
later,
again.
The next lock down that's chained up to stop us from going round the bend to the lift bridge.
But what we could do in the warmer months is come back with the paddleboard. Do it with the paddleboard.
There's a way.
So we'll do that later in the summer when we come and visit your mum. We'll do it with the paddleboard.
Okay, what, with me mum on the paddleboard?
That'd be interesting.
Would be, wouldn't it? But I'm not going to waste a lock full of water here at Taylor's Pen Boatyard just to get down to that gate
At Williams Moorings.
At Williams Moorings, to then have to reverse it back up because there's other people that live there, and I believe there's a man that turns round and doesn't like the water going through the lock. So just to get round this bit, and this bit's actually silted up, so even if you could get through the lock, yeah, we're actually, chances are you're likely to get stranded. So we're going to come down to Telford's warehouse, which is now a pub, and then take the big bend under the railway line and up the 3 sets of locks that, if you've been following us, turns around and takes us, and we've done regularly, haven't we?
Northgate locks.
Northgate locks. We then come up, we go along, we jump over the spine, and then come to the winding hole where the lockkeeper inn is, and that's where we were for trading. And then we keep going past, have you mentioned steam mill and the
artichoke. Very nice restaurant, pub, bistro. It calls itself all of the above.
Wine shop.
Yes, there's a wine shop and a bottle shop.
Sells the nice wine shops. And then we get our first, oh no, we're not the first lock because we've done locks there.
It's the first of the 5 locks to get out of the city, isn't it?
So we've got Hull lock, and then we've got Tarvin lock.
Chemistry lock.
Oh, Miss Chemistry lock.
Chemistry lock do to upset you?
Well, I didn't do particularly well at chemistry. Yeah, chemistry lock, and you've got the big water tower, the water point up there.
There's also the chimney there. It's the one of only 3 remaining in the country.
Yes, but we'll point that out when we come to do it. You've got Greenfield lock and Christleton lock. Was Greenfield that one with that man?
Yes, it's where we met.
Oh, yeah, not that
Aquila.
one. I was thinking of the other one.
Aquila.
The other one. Christleton lock, and then we go underneath the motorway, out to Chest there, Quarry Bridge roundabout, and then we flick the page. We're then going to follow all the way down to there, because there's not really any locks down this stretch, but there is a mile of boats somewhere along there.
Golden Nook Moorings.
Right, okay. Golden Nook Moorings Bridge. There's a mile's worth of boats, but we're going to go there. We're stopping there for 2 nights.
Going to Tattenhall Marina, so I've spoken to them today. And Oliver, one of the managers there, was really, really interested in us going in, spending a couple of days there and learning more about our cleaning products. He's a boater himself, and he said the residents of the marina will be interested. So they've done us a deal on 2 nights moorings, and we're going to spend the weekend there.
So there we go. So we're going to there, and then we're going to continue on for, where are we? No, I've got one too many. Only 3 mile. And stopping at Wharton's Lock, because we'll go and visit Beeston Castle.
So that'll probably be next week's video. Will be Beeston Castle.
Maybe not, because we've got playing catch up, aren't we?
Got Chester Zoo and Beeston Castle, haven't we?
And maybe the boat museum.
And Ellesmere Boat Museum. So yes, choice there of what we'll do for next week.
So you know ahead what we're likely to be doing, but that's another one.
Give us your comments below. Which would you like us to do next? Chester Zoo, Ellesmere Port Boat Museum, or Beeston Castle as our next video?
Okay, answers on a postcard. Well, preferably by email, really, because like you'll have missed it if it's been.
Comments will suffice.
Okay, I'll shut up.
So then we're going to head down
through the Iron Lock. The Iron Lock at Beeston. That's the only one that's got a full 3-sided iron cage, because the sandstone's worn away underneath, the sand's disappeared, so we can't do that one. And then we're off to Barbridge to then turn left
and up towards the Middlewich branch.
But what we'll do is we'll jump onto this one. So we're coming down here, to Chester. We're starting to come up here, to Barbridge Junction. At Barbridge we'll turn left and then go up the Middlewich branch.
And we've got 3 marinas there to go into with the cleaning products, haven't we?
If they agree with it,
Yeah, Venetian, Aqua
and King's Lock.
And King's Lock Marina.
So King's Lock is just at the top on the Trent and Mersey here, but I think the marina is just before the junction, and that's actually got the shortest canal in the network, Wardle Canal.
300 and something metres long, and then we'll be on to new waters.
We will,
because we haven't done this section of the Trent and Mersey.
Because when we first got the boat, we came out of Venetian, where we picked the boat up and went that way up Preston Brook way, but we're going to turn right and head our way down, past the Macclesfield Canal, through Harecastle
Tunnel. So that's quite soon we'll be doing that. So we had a notification today about Harecastle Tunnel from the Canal River Trust to say that if you do it before 12 o'clock midday, you don't have to book, but if you do it in the afternoons, you've got to go online and book. So one of the things we always make sure we're registered for is all the up-to-date notifications on the canals we're going to be travelling for the year. You go on the CRT website and do that. I'll insert a screenshot in a minute of how you can register for your notifications on your various canals.
But we've got a couple of flights to lock, and that's a large set of flights to lock.
That's going to be a physical day.
Yeah, lucky you. So down the tunnel, we're going to come down to the Cowden Canal, and if time allows, we're going to go up the Cowden and do the Leek branch, because that's got a silver propeller challenge.
So we did that one on foot, didn't we, last summer? No,
but we did do some of that area.
Yeah,
which I was just going to correct you on.
Okay,
but politely. So the Leek branch we didn't do, but that's got a silver propeller challenge on it apparently. And then if we come back to the junction and go down this junction, it takes us to Frogall, which is the one that we did.
That's the one that we did, yeah.
And that's got the lime kilns at the end. But there might be a slight problem when we get to the lock system and the reservoir, because of the arch, because here this tunnel is a certain height, and again
we might be too big,
but the actual lock, and we might have to waste water on this one, because like as you come out of the lock, the arch of the actual tunnel is actually posted at the bottom of the lock on the outside of it. So we might, but we have been there, we've walked along this bit.
So that might be another paddleboard one.
So it could be, or they actually do canoes at the actual house.
We could hire a canoe.
Hire a canoe.
So for the Silver Propeller Challenge, we don't have to be on our boat, we can be on a different watercraft, as long as you've got a picture of you on your watercraft. So yes, we could potentially do paddleboard or canoe.
And then come back up and rejoin the Trent and Mersey. So that will give us 2 silver propeller challenges. And then continue down past Stoke-on-Trent to Stone, carrying on down the Trent and Mersey. That is Great Hayward, the junction of the Stafford Muster and the Trent and Mersey. And this, just after the junction, is where we've got Easter.
It is. That's where our first big RCTA festival is. There's 26 boats going to be there.
That's our first RCTA.
It is. And it's Lou and Gareth's first RCTA festival as well.
Yeah, so you'll meet 2 lots of us. So you'll have to come and see us.
Yeah, we'll be there with our friends Lou and Gareth on Cruising Crafts.
We might be the very last boat of the 26.
Yeah, we believe we're going to be at the end of the line. That's going to be an Easter egg hunt possibly as well, which will be good.
Well, there you go. Something for the kids as well. And if you make it, if we are the last one, I'm sure we could get some Easter eggs. Like little
make it to the end, have an egg.
Yeah. A treat for you to come down.
Get some cream eggs, but I might have to eat them.
No. No, they're for the customers or everybody listening. Right, okay, so Great Hayward is where we're going to be for Easter. So we've got a couple of weeks there to get. And we're going to take our time going down this.
Hang on, I've lost you.
Yeah, you're right. This bit's going to take us our time. Like when we do Beeston, it's going to be a 2-day stop possibly. When we do Cowden, there's another 2-3 days on here.
So we're only really planning on cruising a couple of days a week so that we can take in the sights and do things on the way down, aren't we?
Create stock.
Yes,
for all these many customers that are going to come from this video. Yes. So once Great Hayward's finished, we're then on what seems like a bit of a long tour. We continue off down the Trent and Mersey to Fradley Junction, which is the end of the Coventry and Faisley Canal.
Nice place to stop. It is lovely there, but it is quite busy.
Busy.
It's a couple of the rings that holiday boats do, and we'll be in holiday boat season by the time we get there.
Four Counties, the Four Counties does this one, doesn't it? Yeah, but that's the Birmingham ring.
Yeah.
So Fradley's very, very busy.
There's a couple of
but there is a very nice pub
there,
isn't there?
Bike night on a Wednesday night. We learnt this when we were there last year. Cafe, nice shower facilities.
Yeah, I'm sure Tash will put in some post about it.
A nice place.
And then we work our way up the rest of the Trent and Mersey, through Ulrus, through Barton.
I have to hope that there's no torrential rain when we're at Ulrus, because then we go on a short stretch of the River Trent again, and that often gets closed between Ulrus and Barton.
We have done these, so if you've watched previous videos, but there is a beautiful piece of the Trent there with the walkways and that.
Really pretty.
We come up to Burton upon Trent, so we go past the old Branston area just before Burton upon Trent.
Again, we covered a walk to Branston on
that means we'll be able to go to the museum, won't it?
And the brewery.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
The brewery museum.
And the brewery shop. Get some banana ale.
Well, if they're still doing it. The old Bass factory is now
the
way
at Shobnall.
Yes,
cheap
Shobnall.
Can't talk.
Cheap diesel.
Cheap diesel at Shobnall. And again, we'll see if we can stop there with cleaning products.
And then we'll continue working our way up to Willington. And then
Mercia Marina.
We can
stop at. Yeah.
And then through Weston to Shardlow. And because Shardlow was where we did our first.
Yeah, Shardlow's the inland historical port. Again,
Waterways.
we covered that in one of last year's videos with the festival.
And then we join the Trent, which is the brown bit, because that's where the River Trent and the Trent and Mersey Canal join. And instead of going up or down, we're going to continue going across into Nottingham, and hopefully the bank holiday weekend, the first one in May, will be there.
At Castle Marina, we're going to moor just outside Castle Marina, providing there's space. So again, we can go into the marina with the cleaning products, and we can do the trading outside the pub there as well.
And then slowly work our way all the way up the Trent to Newark upon Trent. Yeah, for I believe there might be some little ceremony happening there.
In the middle of May.
And then we'll come back all the way back.
Do you know what the ceremony is? Have
I'm
you
sure
seen
you
in previous
do.
videos?
I'm sure you do.
Comments below.
Don't make too many comments, otherwise we won't be able to read them. So we come back to the Trent and Mersey almost, but then we go up for the week after the Airwash to Langley Mill, which is another silver propeller challenge, but also where that trading weekend is. And then from there we're going to come all the way down and then go on to the River Soar,
which again will be new water for us. So we've done the section of the Trent and Mersey Canal down past Great Hayward.
Well, we've
from Great Hayward down, haven't we? It's the section between here and Great Hayward we haven't done.
So it's from King's Lock to the Trent and Mersey, including the Calden.
Great Hayward.
Sorry, to Great Hayward.
That's the section, the middle section, basically, we haven't done.
And then we haven't done the Airwash.
Yes.
The River Soar.
So that will be new waters.
We'll end up going to Market Harbour, Welford.
Yeah, we're going to do the Welford Arm. That looks really pretty. If you follow Bears Afloat, they did a video on the Welford Arm last week. And that does look really nice there.
And then we're going to come all the way down to the end of it, to almost to Braunston on the Grand Union. And then I'll probably come back up Braunston, because I think we've decided we weren't going all the way down to Milton Keynes.
We're not going to have time to get there without meeting ourselves coming back. We want to enjoy our cruising.
So we might do Braunston as a pop-up, because that one didn't work
if time allows, yeah.
But then we're coming back up this bit to do up at the arm of the Great Grand Union, to go to Coventry Basin.
And that is for the 24th and 25th of June. we've got to apply for that one on the 7th of February and hope we get in on time to apply for it to get a place for that one.
And then we're going to go to that junction there just before Nuneaton on the Coventry Canal, and then pending time where Atherstone is another trade-in.
Yes, that's the following week, so we will go and trade at Atherstone first and then maybe come back down and do that bit afterwards.
All right, and do the Ashby.
Yeah.
Because there's a silver propeller challenge on the Ashby.
And we've got quite a lot of followers on TikTok that have asked us about going to the Ashby Canal. So we will try and get on
So
to
then,
that.
we're on debate, aren't we, on whether we go back down and round and come up the... because the page flips over. Come back up the go up the Grand Union to that junction there, and whether we go up the Grand Union to the bottom of Farmers Locks, or we come up this one.
Does that take us to Stratford?
That one takes us to Bourneville.
Right, okay.
Yeah, it would take us to there, and then you go down to Stratford. Stratford's there, so we'd decide.
So yeah, we've got 6 weeks in the summer basically between the beginning of July and the middle of August where we need to decide what we're going to do. We've done the Birmingham Canal network,
but
apart from the Rushall Junction,
the
Canal.
Rushall Canal, which is going to be this bit here.
We could do we're going to go up the Rushall Canal to go up to Brown Hills, because then we've got the festivals of August through to the end of September, haven't we, around Birmingham? Yeah. So we've looked on RCR.
It's alright, it's one of them days, it's dismal.
So I'll put pictures on here so you can see the RCR. They have got an app, but it doesn't always work particularly well, so I'll just use their website. Go on their website and you can put in where you're starting, where you're ending, how fast you're going to be going, and how long you think you're going to take at the locks. And then it will give you a rough estimate of how long it is to get to places.
Does that mean we're going to do a screenshot?
Yes, I've put a screenshot in. So to get from where we are currently down to Great Haywood was 30 hours, wasn't it, when you looked it up? Thereabouts.
Was it? I can't remember that bit. I can remember the first few days.
Yeah, it was about 30 hours from here down to Great Haywood. So we're going to work on doing about 4 hours a day, a couple of days a week, take our time over getting down there. And yes, then we've also looked on the CRT website, like I say, and registered for the closures and the stoppages, because as well as the winter stoppages, obviously you get emergency stoppages during the summer as well. So we do get regular emails, and that was how come we've got the email today about Harecastle Tunnel.
Okay, I've learned something new today.
Then we've also got the canal planner.
The open canal?
Yeah, open canal.
The map on the phone instead of using the book?
Yeah. So it's just a combination of using all of them, isn't it, to make sure we get the right information.
Using all of them.
And the canal planner does have the stoppages on it, but they're not always up-to-date stoppages, so you just have to be careful when you're looking at that to make sure what you're looking at is up-to-date information, because they don't always take the old stoppages off. Then at the end of the season, we're going back to Long Eaton to Paul Barber's boatyard. Boat's coming out of the water for a week or maybe 2 weeks.
That's on the ear wash, that one.
Yes, so we're going to have the base plate treated and epoxied, and then possibly the sides epoxied as well. We might just have them bitumened. It will depend on finances.
Just waiting for an email from him.
So we're just waiting confirmation of date, but that's planned for October. So we're going to go back across to the air wash for October. And then we can't plan where to winter until next winter's stoppages come out. But they come out end of August, I think it was.
Yeah, you've also got whatever happens with the weather too, because that isn't a guaranteed cert, is it, at the end of September?
And we'll have the River Trent to do if we come out of the air wash at Paul Barber's and go back towards the Trent and Mersey. We'll have a short section of the River Trent to do, so we need to make sure that's not in flood for doing that, and then possibly go back up some of the Trent and Mersey and around the Midlands somewhere. So we did say earlier on today that we are hoping the bottom end of the Trent and Mersey should be okay and no closures, because there's closures on there this year. So hopefully that might mean it's okay next year, but there's no guarantees. So we'll have to wait and see what those are.
Yeah, I agree with all that.
So as we get more festivals confirmed,
remember to use your GPS, your grass pointy stick. Works wonders with kids when they're trying to explain, where are we? Yeah, you're there. But that's under your finger, so get your grass pointy stick out. So you go, you've learned something new today.
Yeah. So as we get more of the festivals confirmed, as we manage to get the applications in as they open and get them confirmed, obviously we'll post which ones we'll definitely be doing. We'll do pop-ups along the way as well, won't we?
Is that using a grass pointy stick?
Yeah, you can use your grass pointy stick.
Sorry, silliness.
And we're also going to go into as many marinas as we can with our cleaning products. So if you're watching and you're a residential moorer or even a holiday boat moorer in a marina and you think you can help us get a contact for going into the marina, then let us know.
Send a contact, comment.
All information greatly appreciated. Likewise, if you're on the canal somewhere yourself and you know we're en route to you, let us know if you want cleaning products refilling as well.
Keep an eye on TikTok. Does a wonderful job
And
of trying to let you know.
Business Facebook page as well, which we're developing at the moment, and that's growing as well. The links for all of our social medias are in the descriptions for YouTube.
So there you go for the visual people today, this week, wasn't it?
Yes, it is.
Because I'm a visual person. If I don't see it, I can't understand it. So last week was a talky bit. This week's a visual bit. It all goes round and comes round.
It does, yes.
You help me, I'll help you.
Inland Waterways silver propeller challenges are often either at the end of a line, or a branch, so they're trying to encourage people to use it so it does stay open, or they're where a branch finishes but there is potential for a restoration project, either one that's in progress or one that they're trying to sort funding for. And with Paul's grass pointy stick,
Yay!
you can see the silver propeller challenge at the end of the Erewash Canal at Langley Mill. There's actually goes into then a purple dotted line on the map.
Yeah.
To a further section, small section of canal. So the purple dotted line indicates that it is a proposed restoration project. So this one ticks both of those boxes. It's a restoration project and it would still be the end of a line.
At present, yeah.
Yeah, whereas there's some in Birmingham, if I go down there. One of the silver propeller challenges we did last year was at Bradley Junction on the Birmingham Canal network. It's on the... It's not the Curly Whirly, is it?
Wednesbury.
On the Wednesbury arm. And you can just about see on this map the gap where Paul's grassy pointy stick GPS is pointing to. So you go to the end of the arm where Bradley workshops are, where they make the lock gates. Sorry, my brain's really not working very well at the moment. And then they're trying to restore the canal to join it back up through to West Brom. So we hope you found some of that useful.
For all the visual people
We've tried to cover the different areas of information we use, different resources. If you've got any questions, then put them below and we'll answer them if we can.
But don't forget, next week's, it's either Chester Zoo, Ellesmere Port Boat Museum, or turn around and send your comments. Beeston Castle.
Oh, that's it. Or Beeston Castle.
Send us your comments. See, she does remember really. Yeah. Send us your comments. Tell us what you want to see, because it's going to get posted at some time. But which order do you want it in? I don't know. But in that case, it's push the button, ring the bell. It's free to you and me, because she's having an off week this week. You and me. Ring that bell. Feel free, subscribe, become friends, followers, whatever you want to do. But don't forget, send us what you want to see next week. Otherwise, we'll be picking it if we don't hear from you. And that isn't how it works. We want you lot to join in and be part of our travels. Yeah?
Yep. See you next week. Have a good one.
Love to hear from you soon. Miss you already.